Hi there, and welcome to another episode of the Gayla Scrivener Show. I'm just going to have a real quick show today. I just wanted to hop in here and tell you a little bit what's going on in my mind. And that may be scary, but what we do at Scrivener Solutions, we love to plan ahead. We help our clients see and plan ahead into the future, and we are a lot about systems. That's all we do. We're creating systems, we're implementing systems. When it has to do with content marketing, we're kind of peeking into the future to have things set up so that if we schedule things into the future, it makes today go a lot easier. And so when we're always planning in advance and implementing those strategies, then over time, it just makes, we get into a groove and things are a lot easier. And I help our clients get into that groove to create systems for themselves so that they can have more time in their day and be more productive and focus on the other things that they really need to do and what we really need to do. And you can really accomplish more when you plan and create systems and look into the future. For example, I am a big proponent of planning in the future and scheduling out social media posts. And when you systemize it and sit down, let's say once a week, and plan out your posts for the following week, that's only 5, maybe 7 if you decide that on Facebook, for example, you want to post a day. Well, if you sit down for an hour, then you just work up the messages, think in the future. It's like, okay, Mondays I'll have like a quote, an inspirational quote. Tuesdays I'll have this. I've got an announcement that I'm making. I've got a blog post that's going to be scheduled. So you start to have a system and a routine of what kind of posts. And these are what I call like the baseline posts. The routine to keep you out there because social media is so quick. The news feed is so quick and it's so saturated that the baseline is that you need to at least create a system to be out there to even be seen. The frequency and the types of posts, it depends on what your strategy is, but creating that system is good. And what we do at Scrivener Solutions for our clients is that we plan a week, 2 weeks, months in advance scheduled posts. And that makes today's life easier. And I really encourage doing that. Whether you're doing your own social posts or you have that piece, your social media management delegated, it's a big time saver to schedule out in the future. However, a big thing that you need to be aware of and that your team needs to help you with, or that you need to always keep in the back of your mind, what kind of posts are out there already scheduled in conjunction with what's happening with current events. Some big things have happened in our world, in our communities, and if we just keep in the groove of what we've always done, and we have these wonderful pre-scheduled messages, which in normal circumstances would be good, but current events have happened where normal is not so normal. And those scheduled events or those scheduled posts may not be appropriate or may seem insensitive or may just fall flat and could damage your brand. I don't believe that we should be held hostage, I guess you could say, by current events. I always believe that we need to keep planning forward, but always be sensitive to what's going on around us. I love that my team will stop in their tracks and say, hey, wait a second. Hey, Gayla, this is happening right now, and I was afraid of going business as usual in scheduling these messages out to our community. or on the behalf of our clients. And they raise the question of, should we continue and let this go? Or should we alter our messages? And it depends on what's out there, what's scheduled, and what happens in the community. But I wanted to hop in here and say that you really do accomplish more when you create systems for yourself. You have those routines. And an example, a perfect example that can really eat up your time is social media. And it doesn't have to. You can create systems. You can have help to get your message out, your message scheduled, and help with incoming messages because you have stuff in your inbox. Maybe you need help with monitoring those types of messages so that you can have more engagement with your followers. But having a team and you being aware of, don't have your blinders on. And sometimes when we're business owners, we do get blinders on of what's in our world and what we need to focus on. And having a team to kind of help you step out from your normal and putting a different perspective on things is fantastic, because none of us is an island. And having help with making sure that your messages go out, that are timely, that are true to your brand, and how you want to rethink messaging because of current events. My example was with social media because that's the so immediate type thing, but it also holds true on maybe how you do your automations with certain offerings that you have. How are the messages? It depends on the magnitude of what's going on in your community and the timing of things, your event, your sales copy, whatever that is. I'm not saying to delay it, but it's time to pause, take a deep breath, review, and make that decision to move on. Things are okay to move on as planned, or to pivot just slightly and modify your messaging to be sensitive to what's going on around you in your community and what's affecting your followers, your tribe. Well, that's my short little message this week, and I'm so glad that you joined me. Next week, I really want you to tune in because I've got this announcement. Something has been brewing with Scrivener Solutions and what was going on with our company, and I'm really ready to share. So until next week, I do hope that you're all doing okay, and I hope that you have a fantastic week.